Okay, we're going to go over the rear straddle control. Now that we're in this position, we're going to go over where we want to be with our opponent. A lot of different moving parts here. So his posture could come up, he could be up on his hands, he's going to be wanting to defend his back, the back take. So we're going to go over all the different grips, positioning, where our weight's going to be to maintain, control him, and wear him out. So get to position here. So the Jiu Jitsu, their elbows are generally going to be very tight to their knees. They don't want you to get your hooks in here. So this is a very common position when you get to the straddle position. So what I like to do first of all is make sure I'm hugging this hip with my knee. So pressure here, and my other knee is just up against his at the moment. His posture, if his head is coming up, what I like to do is put a nice forearm in the back of his neck to break it down. And right away when I get to this position is I like to get into a thigh pry. I wedge my forearm inside of his thigh and his ribs, and I turn it out, creating pressure by straightening out my arm here and sinking my weight down. So this and this, we really, and the center of our chest is weighing down our opponent. We're up on our toes, so if we spin, a little more. We're spinning here, we're up on our toes, and he's bearing all of our weight. There are times where they're going to be up on their hands, like this, okay? What we could do to break them down is go behind the head again, do butt drag, and just nudge them forward again. Shooting them back down, breaking their posture, coming back into the thigh pry. We spin into the thigh pry here. This is common, so what we could do is we could go inside grip, and we could break his posture down here. You could start going into the claw grip, where you could start looking at head and arm chokes, the back takes, mount. There's many different attacks from here. Sometimes his hands will be on his you're down on your elbows, but this hand is exposed. So sometimes we could replace the thigh pry to the 2-on-1, and we could start breaking him down this way. Okay? Now, if you notice, if we spin here, when I do this one, my elbow is bumping his elbow up. I've now created space for my knee to get inside. I have an easy hook I can insert, and I can start stepping over his back hip and locking inside of his instep. While I also have his 2-on-1 broken down, if you just break that down, okay? And if you posture back up, okay, I have this locked. You can go into the half Nelson, break him down to the back take, or we can get the other hook in at any time we want. Another thing is he at times can sit straight up and be threatening to stand up this way. So what we could do is bring him this way. So we're going to transition. We're going to go behind the elbow, or we're going to grab the wrist. We're going to take the weight off of our knees, keeping on the back of his chest. Thigh pry. Replace this knee. Replace this foot on the other side, controlling the hip, and then we're thigh prying here. Okay, and then we're going to start looking at breaking him down on this side over here. So you're going to play between all of those. Another thing to break him down, if you notice you need to just knock him off balance, he can't get the thigh pry in, is you can just grab his hip, you can grab his shoulder here. Like this, our weight's on him, and we're just going to take a step back with our feet, and we're going to drag him into the hole. So he's trying to sit up on us, and we can just drag him into the hole. And he's going to reestablish his base here, and we can really start to use that space to start getting back into good thigh pry actions. Something else to look at is a Kimura action on this foot. A lot of good guys will tuck their butt into their heels so that you can't get here. But if you can break them down, you can move them in a nice little controlled scramble, you can find that you can hook this in here. And you can start breaking them down this way and getting that near side hook in very easily. Another thing you can do when this calf is exposed, turn a little more, is just sitting on it. So keep your elbows tight here. You got your thigh pry, is you could just sit on this hook. And you can start pushing it out that way until you get that Kimura action going and your knee can slide in, threatening the choke right away.